Monica Makes It Happen is proudly supported by Goya. If it's Goya, it has to be good. And by JP Morgan Chase, New York's hometown bank for over 225 years.
Hi everybody, you're watching the Monica Makes It Happen show. We have more shows, more partnerships, all making it happen for you. We're unscripted this year, no teleprompter, so I don't know what I'm gonna say, okay? So, hope you're watching. Guess who I have in the house? G-Dep is here. You know, I always have celebrities, checks, community champions. Let's see G-Dep. G-Dep is right here. Let's take it, let's take it. And I have quite a panel of people talking to us today with Mount Sinai. Now, G-Dep, you're all about heart and giving, and that's why we have Mount Sinai here, because it's heart health. So, G-Dep, first of all, thank you for being on our show.
Of course, thanks for having me.
Is it because I know Strawberry? Is that why? We know the right people?
Yeah, you know, it's who you know these days.
It is all who you know.
But I've been watching the show for a while. I'm a fan.
You have?
Yeah.
But you're the one that makes it happen, G-Dep. You're the one.
Good. Oh, good. We make it happen.
We make it happen. That's my slogan too. We make it happen together. You're right. False advertising, because it's we that make it happen. Yes. You're from the Johnson houses.
From Johnson.
How did that formulate the man that you are today?
I mean, just I grew up in the typical, I don't want to say below poverty area, but
you can say
let's say below poverty.
That's what this show is all about, is economic empowerment. And that's what we were afraid to talk about it in my house, because I too was, I say poor, working poor. We tried so hard and we would never make it, right?
Gotcha.
We'd open up the fridge, there's no food there. We couldn't pay the rent. We were fighting everything and everybody. And so I appreciate your humbleness about it.
Yeah, definitely, man. I mean, you don't really know you're living in poverty as a youth. You really just, because your parents try their best to keep you happy, and everything is love, and but as I got older, I realized that I was kind of at a disadvantage in a way. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, I do.
But you never can let that define you though. So you know what I mean? That's one thing.
How did you do it, G-Dep? Because that's why I have you on the show. I want people watching to know it doesn't matter where you're from, where you came from. It's where you are now, and you can make a lot of mistakes along the way. All of us have. What is the message for someone watching now?
I mean, you just gotta kind of. I know it might be a bit of a coincidence for me to say this, but you just gotta follow your heart. You know what I'm saying?
Oh my gosh, Mount Sinai partnership.
Well, yeah, you definitely gotta follow your heart.
This happens all the time,
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Wow.
Had Ja Rule and Jim Jones on. They did a partnership out. It happens on this couch. This is the magic couch.
Oh wow.
And you're working on music too. You're working on new music. I didn't know that, but a new album.
Yeah, definitely. We have 2 albums out now. If you don't mind the shameless plug.
Of course.
Less is never losses, and Stay Ready. You know what I mean? And we're working on Off the Count right now.
Yes, I love the titles. They're so poignant, and we love you, G-Dep. So this
you.
Partnership with Mount Sinai is Dr. Icy, who's going to have her own podcast. It is heart health all the way. What do you want to tell men who are watching right now? The statistics are disturbing.
Oh, certainly. I totally agree with that. I think for men, especially black men, they have the lowest life expectancy, and it's totally avoidable as it relates to heart disease or heart conditions. It simply means either coming in for a visit or knowing your risk factors, knowing your family, knowing where you come from, and doing some simple screening tests. And doing that can oftentimes really change your whole outlook, your life expectancy, your outcome, your quality of life. But I think a lot of men, sometimes they're afraid to come in and see the doctor. So that's where we come in, going out into the community and meeting men where they are.
And my favorite organization, the Real Dads Network. Kenyatta, I can't believe you're here.
Yes.
Kenyatta Rouse, I did not plan this. It just so happens you guys are partners, and you have this is personal for you. Tell me your personal story.
Well, thank you for having me and the Real Dads Network. First, I want to give out a shout out to our founder and president, Derek Phillips, for starting the Real Dads Network. But with the heart health, the narrative that we're trying to change, most men will say, I'll die for my family, I'll die for my kids. We're trying to change the narrative. Let's live for your family and let's live for your kids. So with the partnership with Mount Sinai and bringing members of the community into the Real Dads Network's Fatherhood Family Center to get screened, as Dr. Icy would say, we're meeting the community where they're at, where it's a comfortable atmosphere. We had the staff of Mount Sinai in the center. It was a welcoming space, comfortable space. And in regards to me, you know, I'm in the process of trying to be healthier. So
We're gonna follow your journey.
You know, thank you.
Okay.
And we're at the same
I'm with
level.
you.
Yeah, so,
We're all with you trying to get healthy.
Yes.
Reach Mount Sinai, we know how to do that, right? And then GDEP, how do we reach you? How do we get your incredible music? You're gonna stay, right? You're gonna stay on the show?
I'm gonna cool out and watch everything.
I see a co-host. What do you guys think?
Yes.
We have a studio audience here now. I wish I could show you all the people who are here.
Yeah.
But yeah, will you stay with us?
Yeah, of course. You can find me on Instagram, you know, at GDEP Official or Scan Harbor. You know, you can look at Scan Harbor.
I love that. Mount Sinai has Instagram and the Real Dads Network Instagram. I'm a big Instagram fan, but thank you. Words of hope. Words of hope. Real Dads Network. What do you want to tell people? Hope.
Well, the shirt, Real Dads, know your numbers.
Yes.
Right.
Know your numbers.
Yes, I love that shirt.
Thank you. We'll get you one.
Oh, thank you.
one.
Extra small, extra petite.
Yes.
Of course I'm lying. I need to get on that treadmill and get on that health kick. And coming up, BlackRock. That's right. Did I get your attention? They're helping our next generation. So many corporations are helping our next generation meet their future bosses, okay? And we have scholarships thanks to an incredible organization. And Miss America is here? What? This is a great show. That's coming up. Thank you. Okay, we're back. GDEP is here with me. I see a co-host. Well, actually, you could probably take over the show, GDEP. You're
I don't want to take over
You're
the show.
wonderful.
I don't want to take over.
I'm one of your biggest fans, and so am I of, well, you've heard of BlackRock, Spotify, all these different corporations helping our young people. Abigail C. is coming into our studio now. Hi, Abigail. It's called the Legends Career Conference, right? Tell me about it.
Hi, Monica. Thanks for having me here today. Super excited to come talk to you about the Legends Career Conference. So the Legends Career Conference is a networking event that takes place every year that's hosted by Dream. And what it does is it brings Dream's college-aged alum, which we call Legends, together with industry professionals ranging across different professions, different industries, and really giving them that chance to connect one-on-one in ways that our legends might not have otherwise.
I love that. What do you think, GDEP? I wish I had that growing up. Thanks to all the corporate sponsors, right? Because it is all about GDEP. It's all about connections, right, in the music industry, but also in finance, if you want to get those big corporate jobs. So tell me, how is it, when you were accepted into college, I'm sure the journey wasn't easy. It wasn't easy for any of us to go to school. But what challenges did you face, and how did the Legends Career Conference help you?
Yeah, of course. And I think there are a couple of challenges. You know, everyone who goes to college faces challenges, but I think having the background many of our legends have, which are first-gen, low-income students of color that go to college, there are different challenges, especially for me. I was the first in my family to go to college, and I actually started my first semester abroad. So I didn't know anyone in Italy. I didn't have a network there. So terrifying but exciting all at the same time. And I think the way that Dream supported me then is I had bi-weekly check-ins with my counselor just to make sure not only were things going well academically, but also how was I doing emotionally. And even on the emotional side, they were sending care packages all the way abroad. So I was really feeling that love over there. And then when I think later on in my college journey, when I was that senior ready to apply for full-time offers, I didn't know where I would start. So I didn't have that existing network already. But I went to Dream and I said, hey, I want to change from the healthcare industry into consulting. I have absolutely no idea where to start. And instantly Dream helped connect with mentors, helped review resumes, get interview prep.
What a dream. That's why it's called Dream, right? I hope all of our audience will know somebody that could benefit from this, because I always want to do follow-ups, GDEP. This is like a follow-up thing where if our viewer does apply and I want to hear about it and they're inspired by your story. I know we're inspired by your story. And we all have dreams of making our lives better and doing better. And you actually did it. You're in the flesh, a success story. What do you want to tell someone watching maybe that might be college is too expensive, it's too out of reach? What do you want to tell them? What type of hope do you want to give them?
Yeah, so hope that I would give, I think something that I always think about is your zip code does not define you or your success or who you will be. At the end of the day, that's you. And so there's always going to be people that are willing to reach out and lend that helping hand. So you just have to ask. I received plenty of no's, plenty of rejections, plenty of redirections along the way, but it really just takes one yes to change your life. So stay committed to your goals, lean into the support around you. Dream really supports you from ages, well, when you're a baby all the way until you're 24 years old. So if you're a high school student reading this or young and you have siblings, I would definitely check out Dream.
Did you hear that? One yes away. Wow. How many times did you get no, GDEP?
I still get them.
I still get no. I got no just about 10 minutes ago. No, we can't. Actually, no, we can't. Yes, we can. Actually, right? Yeah. Yes, we can. That story was amazing, and I'm so grateful to my friend Joy who made that happen. Of course, all the corporate sponsors and partnerships that we're making on this show. Specifically, thank you, BlackRock, for everything that you're doing as well. And coming up, GDEP, are you ready for this?
I don't know.
I don't know. This is big. $20,000 scholarships. $20,000. This is the dream of the show, is to connect our audience with the funds, the money, the hope, the connections to make their dreams happen. $20,000 scholarships. It's all because of a Yate group. They're coming up. That's next. GDEP's going to stay too. And we're back. I'm with GDEP. Thank you for staying along.
Of course.
You're
glad to be here.
You're a great co-host.
Wow.
Let's talk about college.
Great host.
Well, thank you. Let's talk about college. It is so expensive, and that's why we have the COO of the Oyate Group here, Jason Autar. Did I say that right?
Yes, you did.
Jason, I adore you, not only because you've got the money to give to our viewers. That does make me see things a little differently, I think most of us. But college is so expensive, you know this, so you're giving two $20,000 scholarships to maybe a viewer watching right now.
Hopefully we get a viewer. I just want to say thank you, and GDEP, for having the Oyate group today. Yeah, so you know, the name of the scholarship is called the Brandon Hendricks Scholarship. We've been doing this program for the last 6 years. And so, you know, we're super excited to have our young people apply. This is specifically for Bronx residents who reside in the borough. They can go to school anywhere within the premises of the five boroughs or beyond, but they have to reside in the Bronx. It's a full scholarship. It's on our website. It's at theoyategroup.org. And everything that you need to know is on our website in regards to how you can apply, what the structure is, and what that looks like.
Brandon Hendricks.
Yes.
I heard you just mentioned him for the scholarship. Who is? Can you tell us about him?
Yeah. So Brandon Hendricks was a participant of our COO and CEO, excuse me, and our founder Tomas Ramos when he was the director at Bronx River Houses. And Brandon was a great kid. He came in every day, did the right thing, and he had a full ride, a full scholarship to go to St. John's University. Wow. And about a week after he had graduated from high school, his life was ended by senseless gun violence, unfortunately. And because of that, Tomas found it necessary to work with his family, his coaches, and his mom in order to carry on his legacy, but then also provide an opportunity for young people who reside in the Bronx and are looking for, you know, post-secondary education.
See, you just did it. You kept his name and legacy alive, and you said you work with his family to handpick these students.
Yes.
Wow.
Because he was such a superstar, and I remember that story. We covered it extensively. You want to pick students who have that same spark, that same energy of community involvement and advocacy.
So a lot of the application actually has to do with Brandon and his legacy. So we're not just handing out, you know, $20,000 over the course of 4 years to young people who are not connected to Brandon and his story. And that's the way that we feel that it's important to keep his legacy alive and keep it going.
Jason, we love you for that. And okay, nuts and bolts. Okay, when is the application? We can do it now.
Yes.
Website, right?
Yeah.
And then when's the deadline?
Yeah, so applications have been open since last month. You can find us at oyategroup.org. You can also follow our social media channels as well. Like you said, you love the Instagram, so Instagram.
I do.
That's the way to get to
You're
the young
on Instagram?
people.
What's the Instagram?
It's called Oyate Group.
So easy.
Yeah, we're on LinkedIn as well. Search us up. The applications are there on our website. There's a series of questions that you have to answer. And then we're doing it on a rolling basis. And applications close out March 31st.
Can I say thank you that it's $20,000 because here that is such a big impact for so many of our young people.
But it goes beyond that though. So the $20,000, while that's important, but these scholars that are part of it, we're creating a network of young people who come back, give back to the Bronx, but then also during the summers, they come back and we find them internship placements where we actually give them a stipend as well. So it goes beyond $20,000.
Hello, Jason, you're going to be a friend of our show, okay?
I love it.
Over and over again. You know that now you're in.
Yeah.
You're not leaving. All right, and coming up, Miss Wheelchair America 2026. We always love our community champions. That's next. Did you get chills? I got chills.
Yeah, I got chills.
That was incredible.
That was
what a great story. And we're back with a true superstar. I mean, G-Dep is still here, so stay tuned. But Latavia Sturdivant, Miss Wheelchair America 2026.
Yes, hi.
Round
I'm so
of
happy to be
applause,
here.
everybody.
Thank you. Thank you.
They don't believe I have a studio. I have a studio audience now with some of the best people. You're the best. I can't believe you're the first New Yorker to win this.
Yes, absolutely. I'm just so ecstatic to be able to break that glass ceiling. So
you really did. I mean, you broke it. And thank goodness for you. You are such a shining example to me of how what some would think would be a setback, you have made it your rise.
Absolutely, absolutely. I was born with cerebral palsy, spastic quadriplegia, but I never let that stop me from reaching my goals or doing anything that I wanted to do. And so I got into Miss Wheelchair America because I was doing advocacy work previously over the Medicaid parity bill in our state legislature. Right now we're losing our independent providers in the brace and prosthetic space, and our national wheelchair companies, our independent providers in that space are gone. And so now we only have 2 nationalized wheelchair vendors. So of course, if I don't have my braces, I can't stand and walk. If I don't have my wheelchair, I can't move around. So when I would speak with lawmakers about the bill, they would say, "You're not a constituent of mine." So I said, absolutely, I'm gonna go for Miss Wheelchair America, and now I'm a constituent for everyone. And so that's what I did, and I was able to break that glass ceiling and be the national title holder.
I'm just pointing to your mom because I know she's just beaming because you are such a shining light.
Yes.
And there's a reason for everything. I always believe, and you are that hope that we need. And a reminder of the advocacy that you're doing. You also have a podcast, so if people want to watch more, how do we watch your Queens on a Roll podcast?
It is on Apple, Spotify, everywhere you can think of listening to podcasts, it is there.
How do they follow you? Do you have an Instagram?
Yes, I do. It's queensonaroll.podcast or Latavia at Miss WC America 2026.
Mission statement, mission statement, and you're on a mission of hope. What would you tell people?
Never let your obstacles stop you from reaching your dreams. And I always like to say, don't pay attention to what I roll in, pay attention to how I roll.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for being, you are incredible. And we're going to keep following you, Follow Up Fridays. We're going to, yeah, and you're going to be on my podcast, okay?
I would love to.
Teach me how to do a good podcast, okay?
I would love to.
I know, I love you back. And thank you all for watching. 2026 is going to have so much more shows, more partnerships. Thank you, of course, to our JP Chase, Goya Ponce Bank, and so many more to come. Let's keep making it happen together. See you next time.